We're talking my top 10 movies I want to see get to the 4K format that don't have that Ultra HD love yet. Yes, these are 10 movies that I really enjoyed that were Best Picture winners that have only gotten to Blu-ray at the very best, and we need to get them into 4K with HDR and all that great Dolby Atmos tracks. So let's go, let's get the hype up for these movies. But before we do that, of course, if you love collecting physical media just like me and enjoy watching and talking movies, you're in the right spot. Go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And leave in the comments below what Best Picture winners would you love to see get the 4K treatment. But let's go in order of release dates, starting with You Can't Take It With You. Yes, this is a very underrated movie in my opinion. It's very classic, black and white. It's a romantic comedy. It's very charming though. It has its laugh out loud funny moments, and I think its humor keeps up to today. And I also think the social messages here really are relatable. And this movie just really hit me with the feel, especially with being a classic black and white movie. To see the deep darks, the bright whites here, I think could really make all the difference. Next up, speaking of a classic black and white movie, we gotta have Rebecca. Yes, an Alfred Hitchcock title. The only Hitchcock movie to win Best Picture needs to get a 4K disc. Once again, for similar reasons as You Can't Take It With You. It being a classic black and white movie, I want to see that great 4K restoration quality onto a 4K disc. I know it already has a restoration with the Criterion Collection, so maybe they'll do a 4K disc eventually, but I want to get it paired with a nice disc, and I just think it would look even better getting upgraded even a little bit more. And come on, it's an Alfred Hitchcock title. All Hitchcock movies should eventually be on 4K. He's such an important director. I love his filmography, and Rebecca is such a great mystery kind of thriller story. Very entertaining, edge of your seat. Let's see that get to 4K. All right, next up, we got to have The Greatest Show on Earth. Yes, another classic movie, but this one is in color, but it's so grand in scope, and I love the environments, and they go to different locations, and just the circus environment I think could look really good with some great 4K restoration work with the HDR Pro and Dolby Atmos track. I think this movie disc could be outstanding. I love just the circus vibe here. It's very entertaining, it's very energetic, and we also got Jimmy Stewart as a clown in here, just to see the clown makeup and his expressions in that 4K quality. What could you do better than that? And then also the train crash sequence, it's just mind-blowing. That could look so sharp and good in 4K. And I really like this movie. It is a longer movie, but I do enjoy this one. All right, next up, we gotta have a big jump up in release date here. Let's get to the 90s now. We're going to have Dances with Wolves. Yes, the Kevin Costner title. This movie is so great. If you don't know what Dances with Wolves is, it's basically what Avatar did, but not in a space setting, in a Western setting. And that's why I think this movie would look great in 4K. You could see those environmental landscapes, the great wilderness, and the environment of that good old West-timey feel. Just amazing. That cinematography in there is so good. It could look so clean with the HDR added here, and I really like this story. I love the character arcs here. I love the social commentary with this as well. And this is just a movie I can watch every year from a historical perspective. It's very informative, and I think it's an important movie to watch. And I just really, really like this one, of course. So yes, we need Dances with Wolves in 4K. I think all the environments would really use that 4K HDR sharpness here. All right, next up, we got to have American Beauty. Yes, American Beauty is another great title that's more modern. It's a dark comedy. There are some not super laugh out loud moments, but maybe chuckles or grins in there. And of course, you got some great acting talent involved with this movie. And it's just one of those more popular 90s Best Picture winners that I think would look really good in 4K. And it's very rewatchable. It's very thrilling. It's also, once again, edge of your seat moments. So I do like this one as well. So let's get American Beauty on 4K. Why not? Let's do it. All right, next up, we're going to have to go with Chicago. Yes, Chicago, a musical. I really like this movie. I love musicals, though. The singing and the dancing in here, it's like burlesque style. I think the 4K on the costumes and the makeup would shine through with that HDR. I think it would be fantastic. So I want to see more musicals in 4K. I think Chicago is the perfect movie to do it with. So let's get that 4K disc. All right, next up, we got to have $1 Million Baby. You've already gotten Rocky in 4K. 4K. Why not another boxing movie? I think Million Dollar Baby is a really powerful, dramatic story. And I just think it's an emotional one that should be seen in 4K. Maybe it'll get the tears working even more. But yes, Clint Eastwood directed this one. He did a phenomenal job here just to balance all the emotions with this one and the turning point of the movie. So yeah, let's get this one on a 4K disc and see what happens. All right, next up, we got to have Crash on 4K. Yes, I know Crash is a movie that's a little bit divisive. Some people don't think it should have won Best Picture, but I just watched this one for the first time recently, and I thought it was really good. Really great social commentary that's still relevant today, really powerful emotional moments, and I thought all the connectedness between all the different characters were really powerful with all their backstories. I thought the acting talent here is phenomenal. This ensemble cast is just so good. So let's see how this one would look in 4K. You get all these different LA landscapes in here, different scenery with the city, and I think that would look really good. Also, some fire effects with some crashes in here that I think the 4K HDR would shine really nicely with. So why not? Why not? All right, next up, we're going to have Birdman. Yes, Birdman. You know I had to throw a superhero movie on here somewhere. People would say a drama. Of course it is. But Michael Keaton, you want to see him in his Birdman costume in those very few moments. I think that would look really good in 4K. You know, costumes always look fantastic in 4K sharpness. And this is just a great movie with great acting talent once again. You knew I was going to personally include it. I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man. I have to, but I do really like this movie too, and I would love to rewatch it again in Ultra HD. All right, next up, we got to have probably the most in-demand one here to get to 4K. Come on, a recent winner here with Coda. Coda, you can only see this one, I think, streaming on Apple Plus, which who streams on Apple Plus these days? Maybe a few people, but I would love to see a physical disc here. Just give me a Blu-ray at this point, let alone a 4K. But I think the 4K would look great, once again, with the elements here, with the water effects. Takes place a lot in the ocean on boats, and the Coda story is just so powerful and so important today. And I just really like the music once it gets to those moments as well. The singing so powerful in this one. And just for being such a great relatable story, great acting talent as well. Such a powerful emotional movie. I love to see those in 4K. So why not? Let's just get a physical media release of this one. But there you go. Those are my choices for Best Picture winners that still need to make it to the 4K Ultra HD format. Once again, let me know in the comments below what do you think of my choices and which ones would you have chose. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe. That way I keep you entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. Turn on that notification bell so you're alerted when a new video posts. And of course, if you love this physical media topic, mega smash the next one right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.